The older that I get and the more that I come into myself, the more that I have started to realize that a lot of people have benefited from the version of me that didn't truly see myself and didn't truly own all of who I am and my full power. And the crazy thing about life is that everything that you experience in your reality is a direct reflection of yourself, what you got going on inside, what you believe about yourself, and your perceptions on life. So when I think about all the times that people have gotten over on me, have used me, taken advantage of me, or just didn't see me as deeply as I should have been seen and appreciated, I can't really blame them because it was just a reflection of my own wounds and my own fears of being fully seen for who I am, probably out of fear that the full version of me wouldn't be accepted or wouldn't be loved the same way that the more so people-pleasing version of me was accepted. And when you really don't see yourself, you're actually more susceptible to falling into people-pleasing habits or tendencies because your sense of self is completely dependent on the way that others view you. Into a season of my life where I am very particular about who I share my space and my time with because I understand how valuable my environment is and how it really does shape who I am and who I'm becoming. I feel like I really started getting better at choosing the right relationships for me when I started to pay more attention to who I became around certain people and if I liked what parts of me other people reflected back to me. Because in the right spaces, I don't have to be silent or complacent. In the right spaces, I can be free, I can be open. I'm asked to share my perspective. I'm asked to be more intimate and to be more open, and that feels really safe and productive to the version of myself that I'm becoming. Every time you silence yourself, you create anger and resentment within, and you also kind of give people the right to create their own narratives about you based on what's best for them and their life. And for so long, I have spared everyone else and their feelings, completely disregarding and abandoning mine. I'm also recognizing how much of an impact I have on people without really trying. I'm a mental projector in human design, and so I'm literally created to reflect back different parts of people, and sometimes people don't like what they see and a lot of the times that ends up becoming projected back onto me because they think that what they're seeing of themselves is me when it's really not. And I feel like growing up, it's always been easier for me to just blend in than it has been for me to speak on what I see and what I feel out of fear that it would be rejected, not knowing that I was actually seeing more deeply than most people. And so I was kind of self-sabotaging one of my greatest gifts just because a lot of people aren't seeing as deeply as I see. I used to be so quick to just kind of give an answer, and so slowing down and listening to how my body responds to others has helped me to really speak from my heart and not from the response that I think people want to hear from me. A lot of people are so disconnected from themselves and their true heart space that they won't really be able to empathize or sympathize with you on certain things because they can only meet you as deeply as they have met themselves. Something I think a lot of people don't talk about is that when you evolve and elevate, your expectations for your environment and your friendships and your relationships begins to elevate as well. And it's okay to release the things and the people that are no longer serving you to make space for those that will.